Hi, let us see how we can create cosmetic threads in UG. There are two types of threads. One is symbolic and the next one is the detailed threads. In symbolic threads, you can create only the symbolic representation of the thread, and in the detailed threads, we can create a threads exactly how practically it is being done. Let us see both the types with a simple example here. This is a simple example where I have just created a screw, and here I have a diameter of 12 mm, wherein I'm going to create a M12 thread here. You can, under analysis, we can measure the diameter of this, under distance, under the type I can choose the diameter and I can check the diameter. So the diameter of this small shaft is 12 mm, so I'm going to create a M12 thread here. So let us go back to home here, and here under more I have option for creating threads, so you can just click on thread, and here you can see the both types, symbolic and detailed. So first let us discuss about the symbolic thread. So after selecting, it is asking us to select the cylindrical face for creating a thread. So let me choose the cylindrical surface, and here you can see then we need to specify the start face from where the thread should start. So let me choose this face as the start face, and here if you want to reverse the thread axis, you can reverse here by clicking on this. So let it be as it is. So let me click OK, and here you can see as I selected the shaft, it has taken the dimensions directly from the shaft. So the minor diameter will be 10.25, and you can see the major diameter is 12, and the pitch and the angle, and here you can see the call out, it is automatically taken M12 into 1 since I have made the shaft of 12 mm diameter. Here you can see the shaft diameter, and here you can see the method of creating the thread in any way you can choose, and here you can specify the length for creating a thread. For example, let me say 30, and here you can specify the rotation, whether you want to create a right hand threads or left hand threads. So once you specified the details, you can click on OK, and it has created a symbolic thread wherein you will not be able to see when you have the display style as shaded. So let us go back to any of the side view, and let me choose the static wireframe, and here you can see that it has created a thread, but it is not clearly visible, which will be very much clearly visible in the drawing. So let us go to our drawing. For example, I have created and I have a drawing created, you can see here. So let me press Ctrl Shift D. This is a drawing which I have created where I have placed a simple view, and I have taken a section also. Here, since the views are not updated, you can just click on drawing and right click and click on update. Here you can see this is how the thread looks. This is how the symbolic thread will look in UG. And here even if you take the section view, you can look at this here in section AA. You will be able to see the threads as we created as the symbolic threads. So this is how a symbolic thread can be created, and you can show that in the drawing just for the representation. And there is another way of creating threads, that is a detailed thread, wherein we will be able to create the threads as like how it is manufactured practically. This is the model on which we are working. So let me delete this symbolic threads here. Just right click and you can delete it, and again you can click on more and you can go for the same thread option. Here instead of symbolic, you can click on detailed. So now we need to select a cylindrical face where we need to create the threads, and then we need to specify the start face as we have done in the previous method. Then here, as we discussed, if you want to, you can change the thread axis, the direction of the thread axis. So then click OK, and here you can see as in the symbolic method, the dimensions have been derived directly from the shaft. The minor diameter will be 10.25, length is thread depth length is 50, so let me choose 50 or 30 or 40, whatever the dimensions you want. You will be able to change these values as required. And here you can change the rotation of the thread, right hand or left hand, whatever the direction you want. So then you can click on OK. You can see the software has created, the UG has created this detailed thread exactly as how it is manufactured practically. So you can see this is how the thread looks in UG. So let us go back to the drawing and see how it looks. This is a drawing which we have created previously. Just since the views are outdated, you can just update the entire sheet, entire drawing. You can see, so this is how the detailed threads will look like in drawing. So this is how threads can be created in UG. Thank you.